From the News 10 Broadcast Center, this is a News 10 webcast.
Thanks for watching the Channel 10 KENV webcast. I'm Lori Gilbert. Police here in Elko followed a burglary report and citizen tips to a series of arrests that netted suspected drugs, stolen property, and may have uncovered a crime before it was reported. Lieutenant Tyler Troughton said Wednesday's events began with the arrest of 27-year-old suspect Zachary Morse on suspicion of burglary, domestic violence, and related counts.
We had a burglary at a residence. It was one where the husband was not living at the residence, yet came over to steal some stuff, kind of a vindictive situation, which resulted in his arrest. In trying to recover the property and tracking down where the property went from that burglary, we were brought onto this West Fur address, 300 block of West Fur, and we had some surveillance going on and so forth. One of the subjects that we were interested in had left the residence. We knew that he had a warrant. That would be Mr. Tognorelli. When the officers went to stop him away from the residence, he first was not going to stop, and then once he did stop, he took off on foot running. He was quickly caught. About half a block a run is all the farther he got, and while he's running away, he tried to throw away a couple checkbooks that just today we find actually returned to another victim we're not sure we even have a report on. An elderly person who's moved out of the area is in a home. However, her house is being used, and several of these folks who are involved in drugs and theft and so forth have been staying at that home and helped themselves to her checkbooks. A second subject in the truck, Justin Bowman, was also arrested. He had a probation issue, and his officers wanted to have him held. Shortly thereafter, the officers went to serve a search warrant on the residence. Just before they got there, the other resident left that, which would be Dionne Ledford, and she was stopped, voluntarily came back to the house, and was subsequently arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia and counts of possession of stolen property, which included some of the property from this initial burglary.
That smoky haze in the air is drifting in from neighboring regions where wildfires are churning through range and forest. National Weather Service Office meteorologist Bill Turner said we should see an improvement maybe by the weekend, and it is important to be careful with anything that could spark a fire with the hot, dry weather continuing.
The smoky skies have been caused by a lot of fires to the northwest of us, mostly in the Pacific Northwest, Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. Down here in Nevada, our two biggest fires are the Cold Springs fire, which is continuing from Austin to Fallon out there west of us in western Nevada. They estimate that should be contained in about 2 days. And also the Clearwater complex, that's one of the bigger fires up in Idaho. That's burned about 75,000 acres so far and continues to be out of control. A lot of our smoke that we're seeing, the smoke and haze in Nevada, is being imported from that fire up there in Idaho. The smoke is here to stay for a couple more days. We continue with the northwest flow that'll pull that smoke in from the Pacific Northwest. Now, as we get through the weekend, we go more to a southwest flow, and you're thinking that doesn't make much of a difference, but that's going to start pulling in some somewhat cleaner air from California. There's still some fires in California too, but not as bad as the Pacific Northwest, so we should see some improvement in the haze and visibility by this weekend. Obviously, lightning is one of the main causes of wildfires at this time of year across the Great Basin, but there are some man-made causes as well. For example, the obvious one, cigarette butts. If you throw your cigarette out the window this time of year, you're asking for trouble. One a lot of folks don't think about is the catalytic converter. The bottom part of your car gets very hot, and if you're driving through some grass or sagebrush, you can create a fire in a big hurry too, so be careful of that. It only takes one spark to get a fire going.
United Blood Services continues the Elko Community Battle of the Badges blood drive today. Aaron Goff explains it's a friendly competition. You can roll up your sleeves for a life-saving cause.
Well, we're having a blood drive. It's called Battle of the Badges Community Blood Drive, and it's a friendly competition between the local law enforcement and the local fire protection in Elko County. And we're encouraging all the community to come out and kind of pick a side for this. And whoever gets the most donations from the community is going to get a trophy and some bragging rights for a little while on this event. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be here 8 to 2 on Thursday, and we hope everyone can come out and see us. We're still in summer, and so the schools have not started back, and we're not doing the high school blood drives right now. So they attribute to about 25% of our blood that we collect during the school months. So summer months are very difficult because we don't have that donor base to collect from. So these community drives are very, very vital to us. Every donation can save up to 3 lives depending on what process you donate with. And that's very important when you think about your neighbor may be someone who needs blood or has needed blood in the past. And it's just giving back to the community and helping local patients. We hope that people can make it out on Thursday from 8 to 2 to come see us and join in the fun and the Battle of the Badges. All donors get a t-shirt for this event.
And it's time for our weekly feature that has you viewers keeping an eye out for at-large criminals from the Elko area. Here's this week's submitted pair of Elko's Most Wanted. Most wanted this week is 33-year-old Sarah Ann Johnson, also known as Leonard Clark, wanted on a felony warrant for burglary and forgery. She's described as 5'4", 135 pounds with brown hair and blue eyes. Also most wanted, 24-year-old Justin Patrick Kelly, wanted on a felony warrant for failing to comply with drug court rules. He's 6'2", 180 with brown hair and blue eyes. Anyone with information about either of this week's most wanted pair or previous suspects featured here at Channel 10 KENV, please contact the nearest local law enforcement with details. Never try to contact, even through social media, a most wanted suspect. Authorities advise let them do their job. You contact them with the important information and they'll do the rest. Today's forecast, looking at pleasant August conditions. Again, that smoke and haze should clear out. We appreciate the National Weather Service office here in Elko for keeping an eye on the skies and, of course, keeping you informed. You can make the Weather Service office here in Elko your Facebook friend, as well as your friends here at Channel 10. 91 and sunny in Elko and Carlin, 87 Wells High. Bit of a lingering haze in the air for a couple of days in the Spring Creek area too, where it gets to 90 this afternoon. Overnight lows dropping off in the 40s, although upper 40s to near 50 in most locations throughout central Nevada. Battle Mountain hotspot at 99, 89 in Ely, 92 Eureka's high, and 91 in Winnemucca this afternoon. Looks this way for the next several days, stretching into the days ahead, waning days of summer vacation for Elko County school kids, and approaching the Elko County Fair 4-H livestock show and sale. Hey, we just got word too, dinner in the park with the Elko High School Band of Indians. You want to support the dinner in the park with the band? Get in touch with band members and get your dinner tickets for a great time during the fair. Again, a forecast high today in 91 compares to the almanac, this date August 20th. 91 is warm for the date. Usually it's about 88, but the record still stands since it was set 1919 at 100. Compares to the overnight low that has stood since 1916 at 31. 47 is normal. 48, we're on top of that tonight here in Elko. Thanks so much for watching the News 10 webcast.